What's up, guys? This is Isaiah from Games, and this is Dev Stream or Dev Grind episode number 7. I didn't do a Dev Grind Thursday or Friday last week because, as I said in the last one, episode 6, on Wednesday last week, we had the Adobe Creative Jam on Thursday, and that was super fun, as I expected. Me and Matt went in, not really trying to win, but it's not like we didn't try. I actually have this on my screen to show you guys what we came up with. This is just like 2.5 hours of work. We were illustrators. I make video games, I do digital painting and concept art and stuff, and Matt is an illustrator and mural painter in Hawaii. And this was a design challenge, and I feel like for the 2.5 hours we had, we busted out a lot of stuff. This was like from scratch, except for we started with the drawing of the tree, and then Matt spent his entire time painting it while I was doing my end of doing the text and the background and all that good stuff. All this like sunset stuff was all from scratch. It's like a lot of photo manip and then kind of like softening it to kind of make it look like paint. And obviously it's not perfect, but what can you do in 2.5 hours? Like, that's crazy. But it was super fun. Met a lot of people, had a lot to drink, went up and talked about our project in front of everybody, which was pretty cool. They had like a judge's choice winners for graphic and motion, and then they had people's vote for graphic and motion. And I think all the winners were pretty good, except for the winner for the graphic was, I'm not going to talk shit about him, but it wasn't the strongest piece, but you could tell that they had a lot of their friends come to vote for him. And you could tell, like, when they went up to go and talk, they had like a whole bunch of people cheering, but nobody else had that. So I don't know the name of the group, and I'm not going to, go out of my way to point fingers because I don't care. But I'm just saying that's why the people's vote thing is kind of silly, because you usually just have friends like, oh, come vote for us, come vote for us. So, they won people's choice, who cares? And then the judge ones were actually really cool. There was a really funny graphic one. I don't remember any of the team names, but eventually Adobe will put it up on their creative site, and then I'll link it when it's up. So I want to be able to like show people. You won't see ours because we didn't win anything, but that's okay. We had fun. Yeah, and I didn't do on Friday because I was really hungover. I drank like 13, 14 beers, had 2 or 3 glasses of whiskey, and I ended up staying at Lana Lane just to hang out with the people there after the event. My wife Cherish had already gone home, and I was there till like 3, 4 a.m. getting ready to crash there, but someone called me an Uber so I could just go home. And I don't really remember falling asleep after I got home. I kind of just woke up after sweating terribly in my bed all night. Yeah, so I wasn't up to do anything Friday. I just kind of drank water and ate food and slept, and tried to get my brain functional again. The event was good because there was a couple people I met online that were local here, and they're kind of into like the game scene and game art scene and all that. And I met a couple people that might actually be pretty cool to bring on to Gamoria as like side code help eventually. So that's to me already kind of made it, is being able to meet a couple people that really were just cool to talk to, easy to talk to, showed interest in the product or project, and were kind of wanted to throw their hat or throw their name in the hat or whatever, wanted to help out. So I've been kind of keeping in touch with those people, and I hope that they eventually, or like the whole thing eventually comes to fruition to where I'm able to pay them if the patron does well or keeps doing well, that I can pay them to do some stuff to kind of help push it forward. And another thing I wanted to mention was I've been thinking about the stream frequency, and I agree with a lot of people that once a week is not very much. So I'd actually like to do it at least twice a week. So I'm going to shoot for a Tuesday, Thursday kind of thing. So tomorrow will be the next one, and then we'll do it Thursday as well. And Cherish, my wife, suggested to me that I actually kind of continue what I had done from the previous one, and I think that's a good idea. So instead of me using the stream content and just polishing it on my own, because I was demonstrating Anaya's run right animation, and we got it to that sketchy stage, and we were able to get it into Unity and all that. But I can do her other animations, I can go do other work, but it'd be cool if I just kept that one specific run right animation for each of the streams. So each of the Gamoria dev streams would actually be kind of like not just chronological because of the order in which I do the videos, but chronological and what you learn from them. So it wouldn't be like episode 1, you see me doing some sketching for an animation. Episode 2, you see me doing some environment painting. Episode 3, you see me struggling with some code. But it'll be like episode 1, I do the sketch of the animation. Episode 2, I do a cleaner sketch of the animation. Episode 3, I start throwing in some flat colors for the animation. I think that's smarter because the whole purpose of this is for people to be able to learn from it. And because I'm going to be exporting all this over to YouTube, we can just, have all this stuff documented till the end of time, and if people want to watch it and learn from it, then it will all be nice and organized for people to look at. But I think twice a week would actually be better because I don't want to have to hold off on work. Like if I want to get that animation done for Anaya, but I want people to watch it, I don't want to be able to, or I don't want to limit myself to only working on it once a week. So I would do at least twice a week, and then if I still feel like I'm not getting enough work done for that specific task for that Gamoria dev stream, then I'd up it to 3. I think that would work because, I've got the ball rolling on a lot of other things, and I don't want to have the stream be something that kind of slows me down because I'm trying to get a whole bunch of stuff done all at once, and I'd like the stream to follow my speed, essentially, for everything I'm trying to get done. And I want the stream to be essentially like I'm going to be like, hey, I'm streaming, I'm going to work today, so come watch me work. But I want it to be, as I said, chronological, so it would be worth people's time to watch episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and learn it from it progressively. So I think the only way to do that, and to stop myself from rambling on, is I'm going to do it more often. Starting with twice a week, and then I'll build up from there. So today, what I'm going to do is I am going to do some sketches for a bunch of the $50 donors. The reward for the $20 and $50. So for the $20 reward, you can have a custom enemy design after 3 months. So it's like they pay $60 essentially, and they will get they will help me like come up with an enemy of their choice, which I think is pretty cool for $20. And then for the $50 one, and we also got another $50 pledger, which is freaking awesome. So now we're at $637 a month. So we're super, super close to our first goal. And another thing Patron did is they actually added this little arrow system, so you can see all of our extra goals that I actually put in. And these are all like crazy, crazy far-reaching goals, which I don't even know if we'd ever even get close to touching. But I'd at least be able to get to this one, the $2,400 a month. But I digress. So the $50 a month thing, instead of just doing the custom enemy design, they'll get that in addition, of course. but they will actually put them as an NPC in the game. So they'll be something like Poot, but it'll be dedicated to their character. So an example is, I have a cousin who's helping out as a $50 patron. I don't want to name drop without their explicit consent, but I have a cousin, and they, how do I say this without revealing people? They wanted to be a boss, and so what was cool about it is we can use family history from there in my past, like, you know, way back hundreds of years, and use that as information to make a really cool character. And because it's going to be an NPC and it's for the $50 a month thing, if they want to be a boss, or if you become a $50 patron and you want to be a boss, then this is the tier that I would do it. Not like with this one where you just make like a custom enemy, like something Anaya would fight out in the wild, like the bees or whatever. The stingets. So with, yeah, my cousin, we're going to make them a boss, and it's going to be really cool. We already have a whole bunch of stuff that we've been thinking about we could do. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be sketching a bunch of that stuff out. Sketching for... how many? So we have 7 patrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have a couple more that I'm going to do because they're like family members, or we actually have some $50 donors that chose to opt out of the reward just because they don't want to be named or known. But I'm still going to put them in game because that's just me showing respect. And I won't name them, I won't make it apparent that they're in there, but it'll be for me and them when it eventually ships. And I'll tell them like, yeah, you're in game. But I won't tell anyone that that's you. So yeah, this stream's been going on for a bit. It's been about 12 minutes, so I'm going to end it. And thanks for all you kids for watching. And tomorrow I will show you guys an update on some of those sketches I did. So, and we'll probably be doing a stream tomorrow too. I'll be putting that on social media. So thanks for watching, and talk to you later. Toodles.